Shalom, Mubarakah, Mishpachah, peace and blessings, family. I'm going to be discussing the Solomon Islands. However, the focus of the video, believe it or not, is not going to be the Solomon Islands. I'm going to use the Solomon Islands to, get somewhere else. I'm going to use it as a step, right? First of all, where are the Solomon Islands? The Solomon Islands are located in the South Pacific. Second of all, why are they called the Solomon Islands? They're called the Solomon Islands because in 1568 there was an explorer named Alvaro de Mendana, and this was 76 years after Columbus sailed and quote unquote discovered the Americas, right? This was 76 years later. Alvaro de Mendana discovered the Solomon Islands, and he found gold there. And when he found gold there, he said, this is the source of Solomon's wealth. This is where Solomon got his gold from to build the Holy Temple. He honestly believed that in his mind, that location in the Pacific Ocean was where Solomon got his resources to build the Holy Temple. Now, my question to you is, why on earth would Alvaro de Mendana, a grown adult, believe that Solomon got his wealth from the Pacific Ocean, from any island in the Pacific Ocean, if he believed that the Holy Land is in the Middle East? If the Holy Land is in the Middle East, and if people knew that the Holy Land was in the Middle East back then, if the people that were hired by the elites, who were the Spanish throne at the time, these are the people who had a lot of power. If they knew that Jerusalem was in the Middle East, why on earth would they think that the source of Solomon's wealth came from the Pacific Ocean? It would be very easy for Solomon to send ships from Western North America to the Solomon Islands. And the explorers knew that. Now, what the explorers did not know is where exactly the Holy Land was. They knew that Jerusalem was somewhere in Americas, but it took them a very, very long time to pinpoint the location. Now, let me ask you this question again. Why did Alvaro de Mendana think that the source of Solomon's gold was in the Pacific Ocean? If Solomon lived in the Middle East, it would be very much impossible for him to travel from the Middle East to the Pacific Ocean. If Solomon lived in the Middle East and he was trying to go to the Solomon Islands to get gold, he would have to pass up Saudi Arabia, which is full of gold. He would have to pass up Iran, which was full of gold. He would have to pass up India, which was full of gold. He would have to meander through those islands of Indonesia, travel further south beyond Australia until he got to the Solomon Islands. So again, why would Solomon pass up Africa, which was full of gold, just to get to some small island in the Pacific Ocean? And it's crazy. I bet a lot of historians was asking these questions too, because they just have no clue that the Holy Land is truly in America. See, all conquistadors and all Spanish explorers were hired by the king and queen of Spain. They were hired by the Spanish throne. Those people were the elites. They knew, just like the elites today are Masonic, and they know where the Holy Land is. They know all this hidden stuff. Just like back then, they knew that stuff. They knew where the Holy Land was. Christopher Columbus, he knew where the Holy Land was. They tell us in school that Columbus came to America to find a faster trade route to Asia and to find spices and things of that nature. In his own words, he said he's trying to recapture the wealth of Zion. See, there was a prophecy in Spain at the time, in the 1400s, that somebody from Spain would go and recapture the wealth of Zion and conquer Jerusalem. Who conquered Jerusalem through history? The first people to conquer Jerusalem was Babylon, right? Then it was the Greeks. Now Spain. Why did all the conquistadors after Columbus, when they came to the Americas, even from Pizarro, Conquistador Pizarro, when he went to Peru, he kept asking the Incas, where is the city of gold? You know where the city of gold is. We all know where the city of gold is. Where is the city of gold? They thought it was in Peru. The Incas was like, no, it's up it's up north in the mountains. So the conquistadors made it to Ecuador. Where is the city of gold? Where is El Dorado, the city of gold? It's up farther north. And around the same time Pizarro was in Peru looking for the city of gold, Cortez was in Mexico looking for the city of gold. And they kept telling these people, it's up north in the mountains. They went to Ecuador. They went to Mexico. They were trying to find. They did not know exactly where Jerusalem was. They kept looking. They kept looking. Then eventually they came across the 7 cities of Cibola in Western North America. And then after that, they stopped. The 7 cities of Cibola, 7 cities of gold. They found it. And after they found it, after they found the 7 cities of Cibola, Spain just so happens to become the richest country in the world. Right after they found the 7 cities of gold, Spain became the richest country in the world. I don't know how that happened. That's just a coincidence. The same reason Mandana thought that the Solomon Islands were the source of Solomon's wealth is the same reason why Christopher Columbus thought that Zion is in America. The same reason why multiple conquistadors came here looking for Jerusalem. They came over here for a specific place. And they found it. And they destroyed it. And it's gone today. It's taken off the map. And the European did not settle on the land until the 1840s. Who were the first English-speaking Europeans to live in Western North America? The Mormons. What did the Mormons have to say about Western North America? They said it's the Holy Land. The first Europeans to live continuously on the Holy Land said that it is the Holy Land. They said that it's the biblical territory. That's why they got Mount Nebo. That's why they got Mount Pisgah. That's why they got Jordan River. That's why they got Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob Mountains in Utah, because the Mormons knew that that was the Holy Land. Then the school system had to be created. Then the Smithsonian Institute had to be created to push lies to the children so that you won't know the truth. And the truth is that the whole land is in Western North America. And that's why history was changed in 1846 with the creation of the Smithsonian Institution. After the 7 Years' War, after 1763, they made a proclamation that no colonists could live west of the Appalachian Mountains. Now, the reason why they had to pass this law is because they didn't want nobody to stumble across the Holy Land. Because at that time, the government was still cleaning out the land. In 1763, they were still trying to get rid of any Hebrew resemblance that they found. Now, during this entire time period when they was telling American citizens not to pass up the Appalachian Mountains, the colonists were at war with the Indians in the West, specifically California. And at this same time, they were taking down any type of architecture that they seen that resembled Hebrew culture. They destroyed and stole most of the stuff. But guess what? I'm going to go over there with my team and we're going to find even more stuff because they didn't get rid of it all. And the elites to this day, they like to throw it in your face. They know that the Holy Land is in Western North America. They still do. Well, if you go to the Temple Mount, right? The Dome of the Rock. Why is it called the Dome of the Rock? Well, if you go into the basement of the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount, you will see a huge stone. It's a big rock shaped like Western North America, hidden in the basement of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Because the elite Jews know that that's the real Holy Land, and they trying to hide it from you there. So they got it in the basement. It's called the foundation stone because they're trying to tell you that this is the foundation for Islam. This is the foundation for Christianity. This is the foundation for Judaism and all Abrahamic religions. North America, Western North America.